In Belize, like in most post-colonial spaces, what was installed with white supremacy was misogynoir, or a specific hatred towards black women. As a black woman, it is extremely difficult to overcome this because it is systemic. It's not about individual successes. I'm talking about an overarching system that keeps black women out, especially if you're not from a wealthy family, especially if you're not formally educated, you're not a PhD, if you are in a non-traditional career like art, if you don't align yourself with the right political party. There are many things, right? So when I was very young, we had an encounter at my high school with a very well-known and prominent Belizean artist. And this artist is a North American who came to Belize and has been here for many years. And she has painted many things, no? And she was there on invitation by St. Catherine Academy to talk about career in art. And I was excited until she started to talk, because she said basically to be a successful artist, you have to know how to draw and paint well. Well, not having received much classes or training in either, I didn't see how I could become an artist because I didn't have any of those strengths. Fast forward to sixth form, when I took a class at St. John's College called Understanding Art with Yasser Musa, and I saw all kinds of art. People who draw and paint well, like Gilvana Swayze, Sergio Hoare, how many others? Sean Gibson, Sean Tega, Eden Estefan, Gina Shaw, like many, very many. But I also saw people doing different kinds of art, right? Things that didn't have to be, or things that were not realistic, like hyper-realism. For example, Michael Gordon, Mercy Sabal, Pamela Braun is sometimes on the line between the two. But coming back to Mercy Sabal caught my attention immediately because her subject matter was Garifuna culture. Being a Garifuna Creole woman myself, I was immediately drawn into her work. I liked that she did quilting and embroidery because as a child, I spent very many hours looking at my grandmother as she embroidered pillowcases for us. So looking at Mercy's work, it was familiar to me. It was relatable. It was culturally significant to me personally. And it gave me a feeling that I could as well. That art was not this very foreign, extraterrestrial thing that was out there, but it was something that I had already experienced and I could tap back into again. So being able to exhibit with Mercy Sabal, which when she did Made in Belize, I was 15 years old in third form, is something that I am honored to do and very happy about, because I feel that her work and her subject matter and her material of choice and technique have definitely inspired my work and continue to inspire my work. I think many times we are in fine art, or art with a capital A, like E.H. Gombrich says, put things as high art and low art. We are readily dismissive of quote unquote women's work. And I think about how women's work, quilting, embroidery, doll making, crocheting, all things that Mercy has done for years, are equally significant, if not even more significant than some of the other practices, simply because people respond to these because these are familiar. I often think about an essay that I read in Gina Fonseca's class called Everyday Use, when there was this quilt, and one sister wanted to have the quilt hanging up and another sister wanted to use it. And the sister who wanted to use it got the quilt, and the one who didn't get the quilt was like, oh, she's not even going to appreciate it. And the mother says, yes, but she's going to use it. So these are the things that I think about as we get ready for this Mothers of Creation exhibit in July.